Well, there you're still watching Breakfast with India. Let's get you the latest, all our top stories from India and abroad.
Lots of international and sports news in this bulletin. Let's start with the headlines.
The top stories at this hour.
Right now, I'm standing just outside the immense St. Peter's Square. Good afternoon, and on behalf of all of us at CNN IBN, happy Diwali.
Meghdut, what's the situation there in Ahmedabad? Could you tell us a bit more about Pandey's controversial stint as the Ahmedabad police chief during the riots here?
That's right. That's after the break. We also have all the entertainment news with Charitra right after this break, so stay with us.
Good evening. You're watching Let's Go Delhi. Well, we're here in our mobile glass studio, our glass bus.
Well, beginning today, Delhi University has another statutory warning.
That's right. It's Tanveer who's going to be here at 9:55 with the markets opening. So do stay with us for that. How did you feel? How did you, sort of as an actor, have both these sides to you? How did you balance them or work with both of them?
An actor working in films can be benefited by having had the experience of working on the stage. But it doesn't happen the other way around.
How do you take, say, a piece of devotional poetry, and which is, you know, Indian classical music at its highest form, so to speak, and translate it into a more of a hip and happening indie pop beat?
Well, one very simple way of doing that is to change the orchestral accompaniment.
You're, I haven't seen the film yet, but supposedly fat, paunchy, a little decrepit, flat hair. And it's very different from the man I see in front of me here. So obviously you're very flexible in your roles. But how do you feel about being fat and paunchy?
Fat, paunchy, short and ugly. Now look at that combination.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Do you want to just do a quick introduction all round and then we can talk a bit about your crush on Delhi?
Okay. I'm Papon. I do the vocals and the keys a little bit. And yeah, this is Krishna.
How do NRIs get started once they've decided that they want to invest in the Indian stock market? What are the 2 or 3 or 4 things that you would sort of tell them to pay attention to?
Do you find that it's a sort of a contradiction in terms? I mean, you have these very modern, buildings and structures coming up, and then you have something like this dargah nestled inside.
Well, I hope it's not going to be a contradiction.
So what are you reading? What's on your reading list these days? Especially to do with Delhi, since you're so passionate about Delhi.
Well, to be honest, I'm not reading anything about Delhi at the moment because I'm writing about the South at the moment. I'm writing a thing on Hindu-Christian crossover.
Moved away from those throbbing reds and blues, and it's more elemental, blacks and whites. And what was the reasoning behind that?
It is with color that you express in painting. It is the organization and lines and forms and color in a painting that your quality of an artist is.
It's not just about makki di roti and sarson da saag anymore. As I discovered, Punjab seems to be making Indian fashion go balle balle.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Time Out Delhi. Now this week we're at the Shangri-La. We're at 19 Oriental Avenue. Now it's a restaurant that has cuisines from Japan, China and Thailand. We're also going to talk about winter in Delhi and everything that you can do to enjoy the city. I'm Sumana Showreel, and here's what we have lined up for you on the show today.
It's difficult to keep pace with this super excited bunch of Baratis. But hey, I mustn't forget, I've been invited by both sides.
This is a day Ritika has dreamt of for a long time. And as the Bharat approaches the venue, I thought I'd sit down with her for a few minutes and find out what's going through her mind. So Ritika, how are you feeling now? A bit nervous, a bit excited?
These frangipani candles are so pretty. I think I can just float them in bowls of water across the house, put them wherever. So I'm going to grab a bunch. I've learnt the ABCs of Lankan architecture, but what about the alphabet? I love these. I think they're going to sit really well on my wine red couch in my new living room.
I'm about to meet Dadi Padamji now, prominent in the world of puppeteering. He was vice president of the World Puppet Body for 12 years and Ishara is his baby. Good to meet you, Mr. Padamji.
Hi.
Thank you so much. Now this is the 6th Ishara International Puppet Theatre Festival.
That's right.
So who's this behind us? Welcome back to the special Diwali episode. Now obviously on Diwali we all want to look our best. Here's to a new year filled with exciting and interesting things to do, see and be a part of. So before we go, here are a few films you must watch out for in 2009. Once again from the entire team, all best wishes for a wonderful new year and see you soon.